Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Creations by Suying. Today I'm coming to you with a fall card because I cannot wait for fall. Honestly, it can't come soon enough for me. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Today we're doing a combination of Mrs. Kate's Cuttables and Little Scraps of Heaven. This tree is from Little Scraps of Heaven, and we're going to adhere that to the front of our card in just a moment. We're going to be doing an A2 size card today. Excuse if you hear screaming in the background. Those are the kids. I hope you guys have been doing great this summer. I know I've been not around, but you know, sometimes life catches up with you and what are you going to do? But I'm here today. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to, like I said, we're going to do an A2 size card, and I'm going to go ahead and score this at 4 1/4. And we're using craft cardstock today. This one is not my favorite. I prefer Recollections. This one is from Coordinations from Joann's, but it's not heavy at all. But since I'm going to be adding layers to it, it should get a little bit thicker. Now let me just go ahead and find my bone folder. Here it is. And let me fold this over and give it a nice tight crease. Now, this is going to be the back of my card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my stamp from the Stamps of Life. It says Handmade with Love by Creations by Suying. And I'm going to do that now because I forget sometimes to put it in the back. So I figured if I do it now, it'll just be back there and we can stamp it. You guys can't even see. Hold on. So just give it a second for the ink to transfer from the stamp to the cardstock. It missed a little bit, but that's okay. It's just the back. Okay, so that'll be the back. Now let's do the inside, because since I'm waiting for my main image to dry a little bit because I added some glossy accents. This is going to be the inside layer, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so let's add some ATG to the back of this. Guys, I've missed you guys, but I've been watching videos, and that's where I'm getting inspired for fall. All right, let's just try to center this as best as we can here. I think that's pretty perfect right there. All right. So these little leaves, excuse me, are from Miss Kate's Cuttables. Okay. And this polka dot paper that I'm using, my pattern paper, I got out of this stack. It's from Basil Basic Paper. And it's all like cardstock. Not cardstock, craft colors. And it comes with all these patterns. And I want to say that I bought this at Tuesday Morning. All right, so inside I want to do a little technique, and I want to do a little bit of embossing. Now, I'm not sure if I should use, let me see, this is detail embossing, and this one is sparkle. I think I'm going to use the detail because I think it's a little bit darker. Okay. And I want to go ahead and emboss a pumpkin. I got this from the dollar bin, I believe, at Michael's. So let's go ahead and use Versamark. And Maybe I should have embossed this before I added my layer, but we'll see. All right, so let me just go ahead and lift that. Let me get my embossing buddy. I think it's going to be so cute. And let's add some. There we go. Okay. I need to get one of those staticky things because all right, I'm going to use a Q-tip. I have a Q-tip here. And see if I could get most of this off. Yeah, I definitely need to get myself one of those, what are those called, guys? You know, I heard that if I take some dryer sheets, it works the same way. Alright, let me just add this back in here. Well, you know what? I can do that later. Let me close this and avoid an accident. Alright, let's see. Let's clean it off just as best as we can here. I'm using a Q-tip, but next time I definitely will use a dryer sheet. Or get myself one of those little packs. Alright, guys. So, guys, oh no! This is harder than it seems, guys. It really, truthfully is. This is ridiculous. I've never had this problem happen to me with embossing. The good thing is that the Versamark stays wet long enough for me to be able to reapply some. All right. Well, sorry guys. Can you tell I haven't done much embossing lately? I did my whole sister's baby shower with her first daughter, and I never had this problem. Alright, well, it is what it is. Let me tap it. Maybe that'll help get rid of some of the excess. Alright, let's go ahead and heat up our tool. When you're using, this is a Recollections heat tool, wait for it to heat up a little bit before adding it to your image. Now I want to do it here close up so you guys hopefully can see it changing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's changing. Alright, there we go. And let's give a little heat to the back in case it warped. Alright, there we go, guys. I think it's just a little something, a little extra of something pretty in there. And as a matter of fact, you can go in with your, let me go in with my orange Sharpie into this middle area here and add like an orange leaf just to give it some character. And this is the ultra fine tip, and this color is, does it even say? Well, it's an orange. Alright guys, forgive me if I'm a little bit off. I haven't recorded in so long. But, let's see, now let's get a green. For this little tiny piece here. And what I like about this is that since we've embossed it, it's created like a little edge. Look at that. Can you see? So, you know, this is just other ways that you can use your tools, because, you know, they're expensive and sometimes we don't even use them. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of that pattern paper that we're going to have. And this is 3/4 of an inch by 4. And this is just going to divide up the inside here, just to give it, just to have it match the front of the card. Okay, let's see, there we go. Let's see, it's not straight before I press it down. No, I'm gonna have to, I love these neutral colors and craft color cardstock. It's my favorite color to make cards with. All right, there we go. All right, guys, so that's the inside. I don't have any sentiments, which after I checked my box of stamps, that said anything about fall. So I figured that, you know, this pumpkin would be perfect. And I did want to do that embossing just to give it a little bit, you know, a little something extra. So that's the inside of a card. Now let's get started on the outside of our card. We're going to go ahead and we're going to have 2 different layers here. And this is going to be an orange layer and our polka dot paper, okay? And the orange layer is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then our polka dot is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Okay. So let's go ahead and add some ATG and put our layers together. All right, guys, let's see here. Let's go ahead and center this as best as we can. So today was a perfect example why we need to get one of those embossing, they're like little pillows, and I guess they have like anti-static powder or something inside. And I've always seen other crafters use them, and I'm like, oh, I've never had a problem. But see, there's always a first time for everything. I had a problem today, so I am going to invest in one of those because I do want to use the embossing technique more. All right. Okay, so there we go. That's our front so far, our layers. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to get the tree. Oh my God, I have like powder everywhere. This tree was from Little Scraps of Heaven, and I cut off some of the leaves because it's going to go behind our main image and our little banner, which you can see here. So I'm just going to adhere it straight down. But I want to adhere it where it's a little bit off of my mat to maximize the space. So I think I don't want it off of my, there we go. See, just like that. So we're going to use our Scotch Quick Dry adhesive for this, because I don't believe that I'm going to be able to run the tape. I believe that this will be a lot steadier because I want it to be flat. And guys, if this glue seeps through a little bit, it's fine because it dries clear. I'm sure that by now you guys have seen that. Let's see, let's help guide it here. All right, let's see. Okay, I just want it to be, there we go. I just wanted it to be off my main Get some of that off. Again, don't worry, it'll dry completely clear, which is why this is one of my favorite glues. All right, so there we go. That's our tree. And then we're gonna add our fall banner, which I want it to be from the brown to the brown. Okay. All right. Well, I just realized that one of my little trees is gonna show. So let me go ahead and just cut it. No, not one of my trees, one of my leaves. So I can just go ahead and cut it, and let's add the red. Okay. So see guys, there's no wrong way of creating these cards. It's all up to your imagination, and it all has to do with your style and, you know, putting your imagination to work and bringing it to life. And that's why I love crafting, because there's no wrong way to do it. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and adhere this. Now, this little banner is from Mrs. Kate's Cuttables, and it came with some paper bows, but the machine broke it. I have an Explorer 1. So what I did is I just cut off the little tabs where the bows were supposed to be and just added some twine for bows. And I think that worked out pretty good. So let me go ahead and I'm going to use my ATG for the actual banners. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of adhesive to the back where the bows are. The bow part. So just to double check that it'll stick down. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use a little bit more of our quick dry here. There we go. Let's go ahead and cover that up. Get this out of the way and add our adhesive. All right, there we go. Oh my God, guys, look how cute that is. I love banners. And now for our main image, which I cannot wait to share with you guys because I think it is just the cutest little thing. She's a little girl fox. Look at her. And I added some twine for her bow and a little gem. And look, I added glossy accents to her eyes to make them glassy. Aren't they cute? So I want to pop her up, but I don't want to turn her over completely just yet, because I think it still might be a little bit wet. So let me go ahead and just add my pop dots. I get these at Walmart. Ooh. Was it Walmart? No, it wasn't. These are Studio G pop dots. And they come in a really long sheet, and I just cut the sheet in half so that I can store them in my... All right. Let me press that there. And maybe in hindsight, I should have put the pop dots on before I added glossy accents to her eyes. But that's okay. We'll make do with what we have here. Let's see. There we go. And maybe let's see. We're almost done, guys. I feel like I'm all over the place with this video. And see, this one I had cut in half, so let's just go ahead and add that one to the bottom here. Scoot it over. But this is what happens when you don't make a video in a long time. Alright, put that away. And let me remove the little paper backings. I'm gonna do one more thing to this image. Oh God, I put my finger on her eye. Okay. All right, guys. This is no fun, you guys watching me take off paper. All right, so let's go ahead and add her. I wanted her, perfect, because I wanted her to cover up. There we go. Oh my goodness, you guys, she is so darn cute. She's stinking cute. Look at her. I love foxes. They're so in fashion right now, even in home decor and nurseries, and I think it's hilarious. Get this out. All right, so the last thing I want to do is I want to add some stickles. Well, wait a minute. Before that, I want to take some of these leaves. Maybe I should have put it, well, I can still put it down there. All right. I don't want them to go to waste since I cut them off the tree. I always save my scraps. There, we can put it a little bit off of the actual mat. And that'll give it some texture, let's see here. Maybe this one peeking out from here. Perfect. See? And they didn't go to waste. All right. I'm going to put it peeking out from maybe back here. There we go. Just squeeze it there a little bit. Get rid of that little excess glue. Again, no worries. It's going to dry clear. And now let's get our stickles. And this is in the lime green. Let's see. Can you guys see? The lime green. And we're just going to outline a little grass here. Just to give it some sparkles. Because you guys know how much I love me some sparkles. Okay. Let's see. I love stickles. I feel like it gives any project some character, especially if you love sparkly stuff, which I do. Alright, guys. There we go. There you have it. Our fall card. Look how cute. Look at her eyes and the sprinkle in the glass. So this is our card today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me, and it was so nice catching up with you guys and giving you guys a little bit update and sharing this project with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and a great start to your week. Thank you guys again for joining me. Have a great day.